I'm good. Happy New Year. I know it's past the new year, but we're excited.
No, it's still the new year. We're right in the middle of the new year. We celebrate
first work week of the
right?
new year.
First work week back.
All right, good.
So, excited to have you on, guys. Today we are jumping right back into 2023, which we're excited about. And
it'll take me 3 months to write 2023 as opposed to 2023.
I know. We had a wonderful holiday. Hope you had a wonderful holiday. Today we have Melissa Luman Phillips with us. She is one of our favorite mortgage lenders. You know, we have a few that we love. She's one of those. And everybody always likes to talk about money and rates and buying houses and all the things. So we thought it'd be fun to have you on first thing out of the gate this year and start talking about what's happening in this real estate market and mortgages.
All right. Well, lots of things are happening. We're excited. The best is yet to come. That's what I'm saying. Some of the top 3 things that are important that I want to talk about for 2023 is for first-time home buyers. It is the most important. One of the most important is to save some money. I get asked all the time, how much money am I going to need up front? They understand they've got to bring money to the table, but how much do I need up front? Well, you need earnest money. Typically $1,000 to $2,500 earnest money. You need a home inspection. The Burnett team will refer you to a wonderful home inspector, give you a couple to choose from. That runs, what are those running now? About $250?
400. I mean, they've gone up anywhere from three to 500, depending on if you add radon and then you got termite and all those things. So yeah, I mean, it can.
And how big the house is.
And how big the house is. So it can run anywhere from 300 to 500 and on up if you're buying a really, really large house.
And the same thing for appraisals. Appraisals have gone up. You have to pay for your appraisal up front. And when I started in this business, appraisals were $225. They're not bad now. They're $400, which I don't think is bad, but that's what appraisals are, and you have to pay for that up front. So you do need money up front. So that's why I say it's important to save.
Sure, and I think a lot of times people don't realize, they think about, I need my down payment, but they forget about closing costs and then just the cost of the move, the cost of the sale, and the things that you're talking about. And there's still other things to consider.
Utilities.
Utility deposits. If you've never had utilities, you're going to have deposits for that. Yeah. You know, if you're hiring movers, or even if you're just getting your buddies and you're paying them in beer and pizza, you're still going to have to budget for that.
So it's important to save and budget. Budget's a good word too. The second very important thing is check your credit score. Now more than ever, credit scores are important to what kind of rates you get, depending on what kind of program. If you want to do a USDA, you have to have a 640. When you're looking at a conventional loan, interest rates are based off, of course, loan to value and credit score. So my suggestion is always check your credit. You get one free a year. And it's through annualcreditreport.com. You can use the Credit Karma with a K as a guide, but the annualcreditreport.com is pretty accurate, and it will give you a guide. And when you do that, that's when I say, give me a call, give your lender, your preferred lender, a call and say, here's what my credit score is. What do I need to do to get it up? I'm not a credit repair person, but I can certainly give you some ideas, some things to do to get that score up. So when you're ready to buy, that interest rate is a little bit better for you.
Sure.
Yeah, great advice.
Yeah. And then the most important thing is get pre-approved.
Before you go shopping.
Word, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, Melissa, one thing I want to ask you while we've got you on talking about first-time home buyers and that sort of thing. We talk about credit scores a lot. And I've run into this quite regularly with young folks. They've done a great job of not acquiring debt. They've gone all through college and not done the whole blowing out credit cards and the whole bit. They've done really well, but they have no credit.
Mm-hmm. And there's nothing wrong with
a little bit about no credit.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with not having any credit. What we have to do is have what's called non-traditional credit, and that's where I'll say, where do you rent? Well, I rent at Golden Tree Apartments. How long have you been there? 12 months. Well, we get a verification of rental, and that counts as one non-traditional credit for 12 months. Then do you have electric in your name? Do you have cable? phone, cell phone? Do you have a storage unit in your name? Do you have health insurance in your name? Car insurance? Those are all non-traditional credit sources. We get rent plus 2 or 3. We get them put on the credit report, and there you go. We're good. THDA is a loan that will do all day long with no credit scores, because there's nothing wrong with not having a credit score.
No, I'd rather have no credit than bad credit. So, I mean, this is good info. If you are at all thinking about purchasing, even in the next year or two, like, this is great information to have and put under your hat to kind of make sure that you're moving towards this. I think that's great advice.
And another bit of advice, a lot of people rent from an individual. So if you rent from an individual, of course, it's harder to get a verification of rental, because sometimes that individual could be an aunt or an uncle or a mom or a dad. So what you have to do is, and I'm a check writer, but you have to prove that you have made that rental payment for the past 12 months. How we do it is 12 months bank statements to show that, $1,250 a month rent coming out, or a copy of the check. Again, I'm a check writer. And
Melissa, these kids today don't even know
no,
what a check
no, they
is.
don't know
What is
what
a
a check for. I
Let's
know.
get the right one.
I've Venmoed them the
Take
money.
it.
Yeah.
And
As long
I
as
keep my
you
bank
show
statements.
that once a month, that same amount coming out, we could probably prove that, right?
Yeah, I keep my bank statements in a 3-ring binder, so I would have to bring in 12 months of paper bank statements. But nowadays they can go online and they can snapshot copies of the amount coming out, and that takes care of that. So no credit is not a problem.
Good deal.
Good.
I like that.
So a little good news. Well, we got a lot of good news. Home values are expected to rise 5.3% between July 2022, which we're already 6 months into that, and July 2023 in Nashville. I got that report this morning. So that's great news. Tell me how y'all are seeing the values.
Well, I think, why do you think it's raising now? I think the inventory is still low.
Oh, inventory is still really low.
It
Really
is.
low.
It is. I kind of got on Real Tracks last night and plugged in some stuff, and I was surprised the short span of homes that are listed. I don't know. I definitely think the holidays have had a little, holidays these days start in early October. People don't want to put their house on the market. It's holidays. Let's get through that. So I think we're going to see an increase. Like I said, they think 5.3% between July 2022 and July 2023. So that's
I'll take it.
I'll take it all day long.
Exactly.
Yeah, inventory. I think the low inventory is definitely driving the home prices. We haven't had. I mean, we have had nothing but inventory shortages kind of all over. I think and you're probably seeing this too, is just people are moving a little bit slower.
They are.
They're taking their time. We went through that.
Which is not a bad thing at all in this.
No, we went through that.
We went fast for a long time.
Yeah, people blowing moving so fast, their hair blowing back, and now we're getting to stop for a minute and really kind of dig in and do what we do. And I think it's a good thing. But I'm not seeing any home values really drop. I know people are seeing some price reductions and things, but I think that's just where we're pressing the envelope and have been pricing up for so long.
Right. We're getting back to a little more normalcy. We went a little crazy there where everybody was offering $150,000, $200,000 more on a house, on a sales price. And then people are getting a little more comfortable with the interest rates. They're kind of realizing they're not as much of a shock as they were.
Right.
When I got into business.
And even 5% and 6% are still historically low rates.
When I got in this business, rates were 9. They weren't double digits. Our parents saw double digits, but you know what? And we were still closing loans. People were still buying houses.
You gotta live somewhere.
You gotta live somewhere. So you're either paying a rent is 100% interest.
Yeah, absolutely.
So your interest rate on a rental is 100%.
Yep.
I mean, it's gone.
Better to own the key than let the landlord own the key. That's the way. That's the way, I usually think about it. Another good news is Fannie Mae has increased their conforming loan limits, which gives the borrower more buying power. We're at 726.2, up about 60, I think it's 63 or 64,000 from last year. So that's good. USDA one of my favorite loans to do next to a VA. USDA is 100% loan. The PMI is less. There are credit score requirements and income requirements you have to buy in a rural area, but USDA is a fantastic rate. I mean, a fantastic program for these first-time home buyers.
Well, yeah, we hadn't been able to use, or buyers haven't been able to use USDA loans successfully very much in the last year and a half, 2 years. So, it's an opportunity to explore some of these different loan programs. So there have been some buyers that have been kind of sitting on the fence thinking, I can't compete in this market. You can compete now.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can definitely compete now. The big thing is, being prepared, getting pre-approved, having all your ducks.
That's the biggest thing.
Things.
That's the biggest thing. Get pre-approved. Be prepared. I mean, you just said it. Be prepared and get pre-approved. The two most important things that especially a first-time home buyer and even a second-time home buyer, third-time home buyer you need to be prepared.
I think sometimes people will blow off that loan process saying, oh, I got these. But it is a very, very important part of the process. And I think understanding upfront before you ever step foot in a home, what the numbers are, what that looks like, what you need it is the very first step. After you call me and say, Marty, I want to buy a house, the first thing I'm going to do is connect you and get you pre-approved so that you're comfortable with the numbers. Then when we're just looking for the dream home at that point, all the rest of the stuff, check, check, check. All those boxes are checked and we're moving forward.
Absolutely. And I also say this, and this, you get pre-approved, and when you all go out shopping and you're at a house at 5:30 on a Tuesday night and you want to make an offer, I can shoot that pre-approval letter over, from my car and my phone, from home, from work, whatever. And that pre-approval letter will go when you get home and type up that offer and shoot it over. So good to have that. THDA is another great one. I saw the rate today. That rates change every day on THDA. Sometimes they stay the same for 2 or 3 weeks, but they've been changing quite a bit lately. Today it's at 6.25, which is a good rate.
Yeah, that is good.
It's good. So rates are looking to level out in 2023. I think the next 12 months are going to be great. You're going to sell a lot of houses. We're going to do a lot of loans, and we're going to put a lot of people in the American dream.
Yes, absolutely.
Looking forward to that.
A lot of good news starting out in 2023, and we like good news. That's what our Wednesday chats are about. They're always about bringing good news, good information, helping people learn about the home buying and selling process. Helping them learn about the real estate market, and we're always open for questions, comments, things that you want to know about. And we are always open to ideas. And Melissa, we're always thankful to have our professional partners come alongside with us and talk to us about mortgages. I can sell you real estate all day long, but I'm not a mortgage lender, so we do appreciate having you on as always. And we are looking forward to really killing it in 2023.
I am too.
Think about that, right?
I know.
You start to say 2022.
Yeah, there's a 3 on there.
Well, thank you for having me. I've enjoyed it, and y'all are 2 of the best.
All right. Thanks, girl. Appreciate you.
All right. Thank you. Bye.